young boy.
Born ready, 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 hey, hey, are you ready? On your marks, get set, and we run up a chat and we pop out. Ready for the trumpet, love smoking these joy, can give it knowledge to a dropout. Yeah, can't make sleep glasses, she live in the cross, but she posh now. Made it arch.
Alright guys, welcome to the Born Ready Show. I always get my own shit wrong. Welcome to the iFiSpeak Show, presented by Born Ready. Born Ready Movement presents the iFiSpeak Show. I feel like I'm going to forever have issues with the intro, the opening line, but it's neither here or there. Guys, thank you. We're on episode 4. We've made it to episode 4. Thank you so much. Thank you for, sharing your journey with me. Last week we spoke on enemies of progress. I had guests on the show. They shared their opinion and whatnot. I feel like it's important that we got to take accountability for our actions. Yes, there are people in our lives that are going to, try and take us off center, try to take us off balance. But we need to, I felt like it was hiding my face. The mic, that is. But yeah, we need to take accountability. There are people that are going to come take us off center, but we need to take accountability of like, how are those people even in our lives in the first place? If I wanted to, like, of course, anyone that has Instagram, I can go in their DMs and voice my opinion. Are they going to read it? Are we getting too much? Like, oh yeah, sorry about that, guys. The equalizer wasn't really set well. But yeah, for example, I might have an opinion on Boris Johnson. I've got an opinion on Boris Johnson, even though I've just mentioned his name right now. He may never ever listen to this show, but again, what I say will never affect his life. I mean, it will if like millions of people start listening to me, and then I say something crazy, and then it gets back to him, and he might want to rethink his life. But the point is that I'm trying to make is that we need to take accountability of who we allow to be in our lives. For example, if we are around a lot of negative people, we cannot be upset that we have a negative life. Forget your affiliations. Oh, but that's my best friend. I've known him for so long. Oh, that's my mother though. Listen, if you're not trying to be negative about anything, yeah, you got to create separation. And it doesn't have to be as cutthroat as, don't talk to me ever again or anything like this. Just create that separation. You can't get in contact with me because you're not on my level. And that isn't a turn my nose down at you statement. That is just, it is what it is. Like, you're not a happy person, so you are not on my level. You can't be where I am. You're too miserable to be in the same company that I'm in. But anyway, let's get on to the hard truths, the hard facts that I said I was going to be dropping today. I really feel like I'm evolving in this whole show. I feel like I'm getting my message out there now more fluently, more. I remember doing a web series, APTYL. It's on YouTube now. I haven't taken it down, but you go on there, you see it. You see the quality back then. You see the quality now. Whoa! The progress I've made. See, with APTYL, I had a message that I wanted to get across, but I couldn't get it across properly. This was my first time speaking in front of a camera to an audience, and what I had written down and what I wanted to deliver, it wasn't translating correctly. So I did have to go back to the drawing board. But in the midst of me writing that show, creating that show, and to where we are now, it's been some years. But in those years, I've had to do a lot of self-healing. I had to do a lot of growing up. I had to do a lot of soul searching, and I also had to find my voice. And I feel like this is truly a good starting point. APTYL was my learning position. This is my starting point. And yeah, we're going to keep growing. We're going to keep elevating. We're going to keep growing. And that is the Born Ready mindset. Thank you guys for listening. Take care. No, I'm paying. But the Born Ready mindset and applying that to your specific goals, that comes down to what type of person you are. Because I'm an extrovert. So I'm naturally quite outspoken. I'm out there. I'm going to be very animated with the way I speak and the way I do certain things. If you're not an extrovert, does that mean you cannot apply the Born Ready mindset? No, it does not mean that. If you're an introvert, you can still have the Born Ready mindset. You just need to attack it a different way. So the Born Ready mindset, in a nutshell, is the idea that you overcome any obstacle that is placed before you. An obstacle that I faced, and I'm sure many of you faced similar obstacles, is setting the bar so astronomically high, anything that isn't the goal is failure. Let me say that again. So setting the bar so astronomically high, anything beneath that is a failure. And when you set a bar so high for yourself, it's inevitable you're going to fail. And then when you fail, you start getting, the psychology comes in your head that, maybe I can't do this. But again, when you set the bar so high and you are applying the Born Ready mindset, you have to understand that every step along the way is a celebration. Every step along the way is something for you to be proud of. And just because you haven't, shoot for the moon, they say, and if you miss, you still land amongst those stars. So if you haven't landed on the moon just yet, man, be grateful you're amongst the stars. You've come so far. And I have this conversation with some of my clients, some of my closest friends. I have this conversation with them all the time. And I say, like, bro, do you not know how much you are killing it right now? But because the goal is, to get the bag or to be in this position or have this job, they feel like they're failing. And then they don't take no days off. And they're like, let me not sleep tonight so I can get this done. And it's like, bro, you're going to kill yourself. Part of reaching a goal is taking care of yourself, because if you break your back trying to pick up something, who's going to lift it tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day? And I can't stress this enough. This is why you have to live in the moment. What happens tomorrow is not promised. What happened yesterday is over. You have to be in the moment. Like right here, right now, what am I doing that's going to get me closer to my goal? Okay, I'm doing this. All right, cool. I'm satisfied with that. Damn, how far have I come? I've come this far? Whoa. Go look at yourself 10 years ago. Go look at yourself 5 years ago. Go look at yourself last year. If you're not impressed by how far you've come, that's nothing to, slit your wrist over. You're here now, so that means you want to make progress. Don't repeat this problem over the next 5 years. So if you look back 5, 10, or even a year ago and you're not happy with the progress you've made, you haven't failed. You're here now, that means you want to make improvements. Look forward to the next 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years and make progress. That being said, if you look back 5 years, 10 years, or even last year and you see progress, celebrate that. You may not be where you wanted to be when you set out to do this goal. Woo! I got that in one take. But you may not be where you want to be, but you've made progress, significant progress. Yo, be appreciative of that. I remember I was 23 years old when I went on my first holiday. My next holiday after that was a year later, and I went on another holiday the year after that. So 23, 24, 25, 3 holidays in my whole life. Obviously, I've traveled the country doing various things, but those weren't holidays. That was work. First holiday was 23. last holiday was 25. I didn't go on holiday again until 2018. Okay, 2018 was a major turning point in my life. I had to do a lot of healing, a lot of growing. I set up the movement. I set up this platform. It did take a while, but we're here now. But one of my New Year's resolutions was to travel more. Just one of them. But in order to travel more, obviously, you need to get your money right. These holidays aren't free. They're not cheap either. Even if you see a flight for £10, and there are flights for £10, I flew to Norway, Oslo. It weren't £10, it was 11. £5 there, £6 back. Whatever. But even if you find those cheap flights, your accommodation, food when you're there, food, drinks, and excursions. Also, every day you are there, you are not making money when you are back here. Most of the work I do is self-employed, invoice. I do have a job for the man, like I said in the previous episode, but the holiday pay isn't great. And you might not even get holiday pay all the time. So, yeah. But yeah, these holidays aren't cheap. But I was going on a holiday every other month. And for the majority of my life, I figured I was earning, I'm not going to say how much specifically because I don't really know, but I figured I was earning, like, let's say £1,000 a month. And I'm going on holiday every other month. Obviously, I'm not earning £1,000 a month. I'm just choosing a random figure. But it got to a point, I think I was on my third holiday I was in. And I was sorting out. Oh yeah, this was my cousin's wedding now. So yeah, so I'm sorting out, and this was a back-to-back holiday. So I went Italy and then I was going Greece. As soon as like a couple of days after I got back from Italy, and then I was going Greece. And I was sorting out finances. My cousin's wedding I had paid for in advance. So really all I had to do was just pack my bags and go. Everything was sorted. That's flights, accommodation, transfers. So I think I was sorting out finance. But anyway, I checked my bank statement. And then I was looking at money going in my account, money going out. You know, you get a monthly statement. And I looked at the bottom and I was like, what? When did I start making that kind of money? And I'm thinking, I thought I was like broke. Like I was still trying to find myself. 2018 was my New Year's resolution. I was starting everything. But it's crazy how one goal leads to other things coming into fruition. So you want to travel more, you got to get your money up. My goal was to, travel and do this, and this, and this, and this. But along the way, in order to fund these, I'm working harder. I'm making more money. I'm becoming more successful. It's just the money's just going straight to the holidays. So I'm not really seeing any direct value in the money that I'm making because I'm spending it immediately on these holidays. I'm not investing. I'm not saving. We'll get into investments and savings. Hold on one second. We'll get to savings and investments in the later episode. We ain't on there now, but we'll get to that. But yeah, so one goal was leading to another. It's only when I checked my statement that I realized, damn, it's like, whoa. Yo, if I weren't going on these holidays, I in a whole new position. And then obviously 2019, it made me think, because all right, cool, I went on those many holidays. If I don't go on those holidays, cool, my money's there. But then now I'm in a position where it's like, I don't want to compromise my holidays in the name of doing, something else with my money. So I want to do both. Cool. So I'm going to do both. 2019, went on holidays, and I ended up making more money so I can put more money aside to do other things and and so on and so forth. When we talk about money saving, investments, and financial literacy, when we get to that, I'll explain more in depth what I was doing. But yeah, one goal just led to another, and this is what I'm saying. Like the goal was to go on a holiday every month. I could have been upset that I didn't do that. That would have been stupid. But me setting a goal so astronomically high, even though I didn't reach it, I was still amongst the stars. I was like, all right, cool. I now have the ability to generate this much money at will. At will. I hadn't been on a holiday since 2015, and that weren't through lack of trying. That was just like lack of income. Um, Granted, 2015, my son was born. I already had a daughter, so that was a little adjustment period. But at the same time, my kids only got older. Their needs only became more. Their needs only went up. So I was amongst the stars, and I was like, all right, cool, man. If I can do this, yo, what else can I do? And yo, we in 2020 now. Oh, well, lockdown prevented the holidays, but I'm in a whole new different position. And I'm just so proud of myself. I just want to give myself a pat on the back. Anyway, I feel like I'm digressing. But you know, people, you ever heard that saying, don't let anyone tell you that goal's not realistic, you can't do it? Yeah, well, I have a rebuttal to that. I'm going to debunk that theory. What makes a goal realistic? I wish this was live because then I could have like some interactions. What makes a goal realistic? In the sense of, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a fireman. Oh, that's not realistic. Da, 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 da. What, son? Your teacher told you that? Don't let your teacher tell you nothing. If you want to be a fireman, go be a fireman. Being a fireman is actually a realistic goal. But if I was that teacher and I said that to a student, I would have to back up that. Be realistic in choosing your goal. I'd be like, well, be realistic. Are you scared of fire? Are you okay? All right. You're gonna have to get your weight up. You're kind of slim right now. I'm talking to a teenager, obviously. Can you carry 100 kilos? Crawling on the floor? Are you willing to work out every day? You're not very active. Are you happy doing? Do you want to work on like what work schedule do you think this is? Are you happy to work 4 days on, 4 days off for X amount of years until you book holiday and so on and so forth? So you got a different schedule every week. What makes a goal realistic is what are you willing to sacrifice? What makes a goal realistic is what are you willing to sacrifice? If you're not willing to sacrifice certain things, then your goals aren't realistic. Can you imagine how many kids said they wanted to be like a singer, famous pop star, anything like that? And at the time they're saying this, they don't know nobody in the music industry. You have no work experience, you have no mentor, you have no knowledge of it. All you know is the finished product. Are you going to get singing lessons? Are you going to sacrifice your time away from your family, from your friends? Are you going to sacrifice your ability to have your own family, to be successful in that field? You can be a singer, anyone can be a singer. I've got a camera on right now, I'm in front of a mic, and I could start singing right now. One, you're like a dream come true. Two, I've created my own platform, put the mic up, I start singing, I can be a singer. But to the degree that most of these kids want to be, are you willing to make those sacrifices to take it to the next level? They called what Joe Jackson done to Michael Jackson sadistic, like almost like abusive. But that's what it takes to be the best. And I challenge anyone to tell me right now that Michael Jackson isn't the best artist that we've seen in the history of music. His singing, dancing, performance, stage presence, like nobody can match that. That's in that era, your grandparents' era, modern era, and then future era. Like he's the best. But look what he sacrificed. Look what he actually went through. Look what his father put him through. And but we all see the finished product. We see him moonwalking on the stage. We see him selling out shows. And we're like, yo, that is so cool. I want to do that. Are you willing to make that sacrifice? No. So that's not a realistic goal. Get out of here. Most of the time, people tell you your goal is not realistic because statistics. Oh, only 1 in 1 million people make it. So I'm going to be the 1 in 1 million because I'm going to make that sacrifice. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to put in that work. I'm going to get the right mentors. I'm going to get the right team around me. I'm going to put myself in a position where I can excel and achieve the goal that I want to achieve. What if your goal was, I want to lose weight? And I use this example because I have many clients in the past, in the present, that tell me that tell me this. I even got people that aren't clients. I got, like, even on a social level. Oh, I want to lose weight. What can I do? And it's like, what is your goal? And I say, okay, cool. What makes this goal realistic? Are you going to make the sacrifices necessary? Like, I post videos of like my training sessions and whatnot. And people look at them from the outside in and say, "Oh my gosh, that's so difficult. I can't do that. I'm not on that person's level." And like, if you actually spoke to my clients, if they watch the video of them working out, they'll say, "No, I'm not on that level. I can't do that." Like, so much times my clients have told me, "Oh my gosh, I can't do that," but they do it. I get them to do it. It's like, oh my God. And I know it's like, no one's insulting me. I'm not saying anyone is insulting me or saying like I'm too hard on my clients and whatnot. But the idea that you have a goal, but you see what it takes to achieve that goal and still have the audacity, the ADCT to say you want to achieve it, but you don't want to do what it takes to get it. Which brings me to my next point, man. What's with all the quick fixes? Like, what is wrong with working on something, building up from nothing, growing, evolving? What is wrong with that? What is up with all the quick fixes? It's like everyone's just looking for the fastest, quickest, painless way to do things. But in the history, and I'm not even talking about the history of the world that exists, in the history of your life, when have you ever done something like with a quick fix and got instant gratification and got like satisfaction that lasts a lifetime? You know, you've built a legacy with it. Let me ask a better question. When have you done something, started from the bottom, built it over time, made it a success, yeah? And what did you do with it? How did you cherish it? How did you appreciate it? Like, people think we value school so much because of the friends we make and everything like this, but school is such a grind. And I'm talking about from primary to secondary, higher education. It's such a grind. Monday to Friday, 9 till 3:30. Different teachers, different friends. Amongst the academic side of it, you have the social side of it, dealing with bullies, like, you know, getting rejected by your crush and all the rest. You having 1,000 different girlfriends that mean nothing in school. You deal with all of that, but when you leave school, you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't want to leave. I feel sad, because it's like, yo, you spent all that time building, grinding, evolving. It's just like, man, if we only called you into school to do your exams, would you value school the way you did when you left? In my opinion, when I say value school, I'm not like in a hurry to go back to school, but I do value school in the sense of that, yo, I needed that in my life. I got education, amazing social skills from it, and I built a small network of friends. And not only that, I learned the ability to build a network of friends, like outside of school, in the real world as an adult. I can walk in a room, make friends with anybody. Anybody. I say that, but these times I don't have them. But quick fixes. You don't want to do the work, but you want all the glory. That's what a quick fix is. Where does that stem from? I don't want to say the I word, but I'm going to say it. This is one of those if I speak moments, but I'm going to say it. But insecurities are a mother. Why are you so insecure? Would you would you feel as pressured to get something done if you weren't insecure? I'm gonna pretty much do this in my own time, in my own space, without zero F's given to anyone else's time frame. People are messaging me every day. These are my friends. The general public who don't know me, who are meeting me for the first time on this platform, you don't know how long I kept this in before I actually released it, but those close to me do. But at the same time, I got to go on my own pace. I can't be insecure to the point where I want a quick fix. I just want to put this out there for the sake of putting this out there. I can't do that. It's like for the clout of saying I have a show, it's out there. It's like, nah, I have a mission, I have a goal. This show serves a greater purpose than even I know at this moment. I didn't know what APTYO was gonna amount to, but now that it's done, I look at it and it's like, okay, that brought me here. That brought me here right now. So when I talk to you guys on this show, and when I talk to you guys on a personal level, whether you're my client or we're doing a consultation, that is because of the evolving that I went through, the hard work, the grinding, the character building moments that I went through. This is how you get wise beyond your years, man. In some ways it's bad, but in some ways it's good. It's bad in the sense of like going through that kind of pain, but it's good in the sense you go through the pain and you go through it at a young age. But it's good in the sense that now, once you become conscious of it, and this is what I'm trying to bring everyone around to, being conscious of where you have flaws and where you need to heal. But when you are conscious of these things, you can do something to rectify it. And this is what I'm trying to bring people around to, this way of thinking. This is what I started a movement for. This is how I can truly help people. And I'm telling you right now, I'm fashioning the 12-step program. I say 12 steps because there's 12 months in a year. We're not going to do this quick fix thing no more. But I'm fashioning the 12-step program. It's going to be an annual subscription. And I'm going to launch this consultancy early next year. But more on that when that comes into fruition. But seriously though, we need to, and you can be as successful as you want. If you are broken, you are broken. There's no denying that. You can't hide from that. If you have money, you have money. But if you are broken, you can't hide from being broken. If you are poor, you are poor. It doesn't matter. If you are damaged, you need to be fixed. And if you are damaged and unaware that you are damaged, you are toxic. You are toxic. If you are damaged, hold on one second, because I gotta say this live. So this might be a bit out of content. I can just edit this. Okay. So yeah, this might be out of content for you guys, but I said I'm gonna say this live. But if you are damaged and you don't know you're damaged, then you are toxic. Stop spreading your toxicity. I said that live as well. And next week, when this episode comes out, people, they'll be able to see it within context. But yeah, get conscious of where you are damaged, man, before you spread your toxicity. Take accountability for the position you are in. Here's a mantra that I had to come to grips with. If we go through and this is going to wrap it up. But if me and you, we go through a similar situation, or we're involved somehow, and a deal goes left, or you shaft me. Let's say you rob me in it. Me and you, we rob a bank together. No, let's not. No, that's negative. Let's do something positive. Me and you go into business together. We start a shoe company, and somehow you get the shareholders to vote me off the board, and da 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 da, and you give me 10 grand for a company that is worth millions, billions even. Yeah. And then whatever, years go by, you become more financially successful. I end up on crack cocaine, whatever. So while I'm on crack cocaine, what do I do now? I'm only here smoking crack cocaine because you shafted, you robbed me of my company, you got me kicked out. It's your fault. You. I'm down in the dumps right now because of you. Blame. Complain. Alright, cool. That's fine. You may be right in that. But here's the problem with not taking accountability. See, now, I put all the blame on you. Now I'm waiting for an apology that I may never get. I'm stuck now. I put the blame on you. I'm waiting for an apology from you that I may never, ever get. I'm stuck now. I can't move on. I'm so hung up on that. No. That prick owes me an apology. I'm stuck. That's me being damaged and not being conscious of why I'm damaged. Take accountability for your actions. Hear the cry. Yo, how about I blame myself? You see, if I blame myself, I can forgive myself right there and then move on. Oh man, that's your fault. It's alright, I forgive you. I'm sorry, I forgive you. Whatever. But yeah, blame yourself. Blame yourself and then forgive yourself and then move on. Don't wait for validation from someone that done you wrong. One, you may never get it. And two, even if you do get it, does it take away what they done to you? Because if you're damaged and they come and they apologize, your next thing is be like, okay, you're sorry, but are you going to fix it though? The wrong you did me, are you going to correct it? That's 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a no. 99 times out of 100, that's going to be a no. Mainly because it's going to be impossible for them to rectify it. Like, let's say I punch you in the face and you want me to apologize for it. Like, one, I may never apologize, but let's say I do punch you in your face. How can I rectify the situation? I can't unpunch you in the face. What, do you think I'm going to let you punch me in the face? That's not going to happen. But this is what I'm saying. 99 times out of 100, it's impossible for them to rectify the situation. But now you're hung up on that situation. You apologize, cool, rectify it. They can't. They can't. And this is why revenge, this is why revenge is one of the, this is why revenge is pointless. It becomes a vicious circle. Someone does something to you, you want revenge. You do something to them, they want revenge. Vis-a-vis, it's endless. It becomes pointless. Put the blame on yourself, forgive yourself, boom, move on. There's no revenge, no circle. Stop relying on people. Take accountability for yourself. Take accountability for yourself. Take accountability for the shortcomings that have come up in your life. Even if it's not your fault, it doesn't matter. What happened yesterday? What happened to you yesterday? It don't matter. It's over. Shake it off, lock in, and move forward. That's the born ready mentality. That's how you overcome any obstacle that's placed before you. I'm dropping some bombs, man. I'm dropping some bombs. Listen, I hate to cut it like this, but I've got to cut it like this. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this way too much. Next show, I'm going to have a guest on the show if he still wants to do the show. Hopefully, this is the guy very near and dear to my heart. I'm not gonna name drop him just in case he cancels and I'll go get someone else. But yeah, next episode I'm gonna have someone on the show, be a special guest. I hope you guys like the new format and everything. I say new format, really the only thing that's new is the music. But yeah, guys, it's been great. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Quickly though, before I go, one thing. How's about I do an episode and it's live? I'll get my laptop on, we'll go on the Zoom, and I'll open up the phone lines. Because I would like some instant live reactions about some of my opinions that I'm expressing. Let me know if I'm triggering anyone, or let me know if I've got people that agree with me. Anyway, yeah, leave a message down in the comments. Let me know if you want something like that, and if you do, I'll handle that. If not, I'm gonna do it anyway. Guys, take care.
Pull up, make the engine roar, no cap, this is freely. We gon' need some more pay. Jump in the wizard just to speed through the urn. Used to ride around in dingers with my read on them peps. Now I need a foreign whip so they can feel my descent. Cause they try to dip the foreign kid when I got nip for intent. Misunderstood, but it's still all good. Hey, I know they can't comprehend. Young boy from overseas told police you don't follow English. Your wish no comment when I answer the feds. Learn to be appreciative, but no, I'm far from content. I just feel the need to live my dog got life in the pen. I just burning off my spliff, we had to lie up again. And spill juice for all my food and hope there's life after death. I don't drink much, but I smoke pen. 24/7, what's a 420? Ain't gotta get ready when you born ready. Ain't gotta get ready when you born ready. I don't drink much, but I smoke pen. 24/7, what's a 420? Ain't gotta get ready when you're born ready. Ain't gotta get ready.